Well, good morning or good afternoon or good evening. No matter where in the world you are or what time of day it is at your location, I hope you're doing really well. This is Birch Keeley, and we have created this video to demonstrate to you the process you need to follow to access the newest version of DirectEdgar delivered through the AWS cloud. A copy of this slide deck, as well as all the information you need to register, will be delivered to one or more of our contacts at your institution. Let's get started. The registration process to get access is a three-step process. However, before you actually begin the process, make sure you have a copy available to you of the license file that you need to use during the registration process. The license file is a text file that will have some abbreviated form of your university name as the name of the file. This file needs to be on the computer that you're going to register from. Doesn't have to be a university computer. With the cloud access, we're giving you access anytime, anywhere, but this file has to be available on the computer before you can begin the process. I'm going to illustrate the three steps. First off, you're going to do the basic registration, then you're going to validate and create a password, and then we're going to use the validation token that's inside this file to actually bring your application alive. So let's get started. As I said, the first step is that you're going to end up visiting our Request Cloud Access page. Enter your first name, last name, and your email address. I've got that set up right here on this page. So all I have to do is enter my name and then enter my email address. It's important for you to understand this has to be your institutional email address. You can't use your Google email address or your Hotmail address. It has to be your institutional email address. Press the Request Access button. In about 5 to 10 seconds, you should receive 2 emails from our platform partner, Amazon. The first email is going to have a link to the login page. It's also going to have a temporary password as well as the email address that you use to register. You must use this exact email address. It's case sensitive, so remember that as you go forward. The second email is simply going to confirm that you have access to the applications once you've finished registering. So once you click on that link on the first page, you're going to end up at a page that looks like this. You're going to enter your email address and you're going to need to use that initial temporary password. Once you've used that initial temporary password, you're going to have an opportunity to change your password. And there's some requirements. You have to have 8 or more characters, a number, and a mix of uppercase and lowercase characters. Amazon manages the password setting for us. Okay, so once you've set your new password, you will then have an opportunity to access the application. You're going to end up on a page that looks like this. You're going to click on the the Edgar Engine application, and you'll have to wait about 2 minutes. During that 2-minute period, Amazon will be preparing the session for you. However, because this is your first time to access the application, you're going to end up seeing an error message. You're going to have a message that says once the application opens, with our opening options, error authenticating license file. That's what we want to address as the last step of this process. I've got it ready for us over here. So I've got the message here because I'm logged in. I'm almost ready to actually work with the application. What we need to do first, though, is we need to transfer this license token that's inside this file up to the application. We're going to do that through the application controls. If you look up here, there's a number of controls. One of these, it looks like a file folder, My Files. We're going to click on that, and it's going to open and show you folders that you have access to during your session. One is called the Home folder. Any files you store in that Home folder will be available to you between sessions. The second folder is named Temporary Files. That's where we're going to end up storing this token file because we only need it this initial time. So I'm going to click on Temporary Files. I'm going to come back over to my folder that's got my license for the video, and I'm simply going to drag this over. Once I drag it over, the browser will work its magic and transfer the file up to the system. I can close this now. Now I'm ready to process or work with this prompt. I'm going to hit the OK button. You can see that I'm in what's called the options area of our application. It automatically opens to license maintenance. We need to browse to the temporary files folder, and we need to select the token file. In my case, it's unomaha.txt. I'm going to click open. Once I can see that the file is listed in this window, I simply press the test license button. You can see I'm going to get a message that says authenticated. This should happen very quickly, less than a second or two. I'm going to hit the OK button and the application is going to start. Well, I want to take you through one more step of the process. As you can see, I only have two types of SEC filings available to search in this initial start of the application. You'll have more, but it's important that we learn how to update the SEC filings that are available for us to use in our searches. So let me go back to the PowerPoint slideshow. Let me just point out that I demonstrate the process in the PowerPoint slideshow, and now we're at the step where we want to do what's called updating the index library. So we're going to do that actually inside the application. It's not a difficult process. We should be able to complete it very quickly. I'm going to go to File, I'm going to select Options, and I'm going to go to the index library prompt, and all I have to do is press the Generate Library button. The application is going to ask us to confirm that we want to replace the library file. I hit yes. In just a few seconds, index library will be generated. I'm going to hit OK. I'm going to hit OK here. And now I have more SEC filings to search. Whenever we add more SEC filings to our library collection, we'll be posting information about the new filings on our blog. So if you want to keep apprised of information that's available to you in our system, please periodically check our blog. I want to finish out this video by pointing out to you the various ways that you can get help. The first one, of course, is at the help menu on the application. If I go to help, click on help topics, then a full featured help session will open. We've divided the help into the three main categories for searching, extraction, and normalization. We've got some other stuff in here. I'm going to close that. Please feel free to explore it at your leisure. Let me get back to the PowerPoint slide. I want to point out to you that you can always email us, support@directedgar.com. I would encourage you to periodically check our blog. I often post information about new features, and then our YouTube channel has information about processes, or I should say videos about how to use various features of our application. I hope you have a productive session with DirectEdgar, and thank you for your time.